Welcome along to the Hot Waffle podcast. I'm Terry.
I'm David.
And tonight, or today, we're going to be talking about health and well-being.
It's another way of saying it, healthiness, yeah.
Healthness and well-being, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a special guest in the building.
Yeah, Mr. Mia. Not to be,
Mr. Mia.
well, yeah, he's like our Mr. Miyagi, isn't he?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
He pretty much keeps us in check, really, physically and mentally, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a good, when it comes to alternative therapy, you know, he's probably best in the business that I know anyway.
Yeah, man.
Round our ways, round our
Once a
ends.
week we see him.
Yeah, does all kinds of therapy, massage and cupping and, you know, all sorts.
But we'll leave it to him to explain the ins and outs. And, yeah, man, we'll be asking him questions throughout. And, yeah, hopefully this podcast you can learn a bit, again, just about health and fitness.
Just a little waffle, innit? Just a waffle.
Exactly.
And, discuss the importance of health and fitness and wellness and everything. And, yeah, we've got Mr. Mia here joining us.
Hello. Check. 1 2 1 2. Mr. Terry.
Yes.
And Mr. David.
Yeah. How you going, Mr. Mia? You all right?
All good.
Yeah, bring the mic just a little bit closer to you.
Yeah.
There you go. Lovely. There you go. So everyone can hear you.
Cool.
Yeah, right in there. You all right?
All good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, how long we known each other for? What? Good few years now, haven't we?
Yeah, good few years.
Yeah, we met at the gym, didn't we?
Met at the gym, better gym.
Yeah, in the sauna, wasn't it?
Sauna.
Yeah.
You know I'm talking about, health and fitness. It's the best way to steam yourself out.
Yeah, why don't you tell everyone a bit about yourself and what you do and how you got into it and, yeah.
Yeah, so I got into it because I just wanted to make sure, I look after my health. And it all started from me actually taking care of myself, and basically it worked for me. And I thought, yeah, this stuff works, and I need to give it out to the masses. So that's how I started off. And I had the passion in health and fitness from a young age anyway. Reason being is because, it just makes you focused on whatever you want to do, get over your, whatever issues you have. And, generally in life, we come through all sort of issues, isn't it? So,
healthy body, healthy mind.
Healthy body, healthy mind. There you go. That's what I'm trying to promote. And we do training courses in alternative therapies, and we also provide mobile services across London.
Yeah. What mobile services do you provide?
Okay, so in terms of mobile, we do Hijama Cupping. So Hijama Cupping is like wet cupping, where we actually take out, stagnated blood. So basically the bad blood, the toxic blood that's just like blocking you out and, not letting you live a healthy lifestyle,
Well, it's going back to if you can just explain a bit more on what the old hijama's about.
All right,
great.
so
What do you use? How do you, prepare your client for it, and how do you perform the therapy? Yeah, how do you get into it? Just let us know.
Yeah. So
Let the audience know.
basically, I was actually driving one day, because before I got into therapy, I used to drive a lot as a job.
Yeah.
And
One of those Ubers, were you?
not Uber. It was just like random delivery jobs I was doing.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so you're the one leaving my parcels outside my front door and telling me you handed it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking hell.
So basically, I used to do a lot of driving, and I always had a passion for health and fitness. As I said, I was doing it from an early young age, but because maybe during that time I didn't realize that driving is not for me. It's actually therapy.
I know what I meant was
Yeah.
you're talking about hijama.
Yeah.
What I mean is, how do you perform it? What is hijama? Sorry.
So hijama, how you perform it is basically
Kind of tools that you use and all of that as well.
Yeah,
What sort of tools do you need?
The kind of tools you need is you need the cups, and they come in different sizes. So you got like the B1 cups, which is like the large cups, and it goes all the way down to B6, which are like really, really small cups, and it could be used on smaller parts of the body. So you got the B1 cups, which we normally use on the major organs on the back. Hijama is always very good to do it on the back because it's one body, and that's where all the major organs are. And you can put it on the different organ points, and you apply the cups, leave it on for 7 minutes. Then you use like a surgical blade, number 15.
But when you leave the cups on, don't you have to? What's that little suction gun thing that you have?
Yeah, so it's like a suction gun. It's basically a vacuum pump, basically. So
Yeah.
you put it onto the cups, and you create suction by pressing the vacuum pump and letting it stick onto the body.
Okay.
And then you leave it on for 7 minutes. I recommend 7 minutes. I mean, you don't want to get blisters at the end of the day. So
you don't want that on your back, do you?
exactly, yeah. So you just want to make sure you leave it on and let it just numb the skin out for 7 minutes, because wet cupping involves making incisions. So we use like a surgical blade.
So after 7 minutes, you take the cups off, and then
then we do the
surgical
incisions.
blade comes, yeah?
Then we do the incisions, okay, with the surgical blade, and then after that we reapply the cups. So when we reapply the cups, that's when the blood will be, coming out.
Okay.
And it will be collected inside those cups, and these are like disposable cups which we dispose off. Safe.
Again, use them once, yeah.
Yeah, you use them once because of health and safety, and you don't want to
You can't just spit in them and give them a little clean.
Exactly. No, you can't, because you just want to keep things in a hygiene. Hygiene is important when it comes to hijama.
Of
This
course,
is like a medical procedure, isn't it? But it can be done. It looks kind of like gruesome, but it's not. It's just like taking out all the toxic blood, and most of the people who've done it, they feel absolutely amazing after that. They feel lighter, they feel much more energized, because it's just like taking out all the stuff that's been collecting over the time, maybe because of poor diet, or someone's not being active or exercising, and it's just like doing a human MOT. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But it's just making sure that you're all good, So.
And you teach it as well, right?
Yeah, we teach it as well. It's quite easy to learn, and the courses that we teach, it's easy. You can easily pick up, because we try to tailor it according to the student, by knowing what their weak points are.
Yeah.
And then making it easy and not getting too techie about it, because at the end of the day, it's not rocket science. So it's quite easy. It's been around for almost 2,000, 3,000 years ago, from the Egyptian times until now. So, I mean, it can't go wrong, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's been there for years and years. So.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time, innit?
Exactly, yeah.
I remember when I first started seeing the old cupping thing, was in the old swimming in the Olympics. You see, what was his name?
Yeah, Michael Phelps.
That was it, yeah.
Michael Phelps.
See that cunt come out, and he's got a load of look like he's got loads of pepperoni pizzas on his back.
Pepperoni pizza, exactly. Yeah.
That's
He
what it
looked a
looked
bit
like.
funny, but
Created a little craze, wasn't it? Everyone was like, "What's going on here?"
yeah, he looked a bit weird, but it's done the job for him.
Yeah.
And all the best to him. And
Well, he's won loads of gold medals, isn't he?
exactly. So yeah, there you go. It's it does work.
Like a human fish, isn't he?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. What was the other kind of cupping? You said the hijama was the wet cupping. I'll take it as a dry cupping, right?
So hijama is the wet cupping. That's just taking out all the dirty blood, and the other one is like dry cupping or Korean cupping.
Yeah. You've done this. You've done this one on me, ain't you?
Yeah, the Korean cupping is like we don't draw any blood out, but we just basically bring the blood to the surface of the skin by actually putting the pumps on for 7-8 minutes, and it comes to the surface, and then we take the cups off again, and then maybe do a bit of a deep tissue massage, just to help with the blood circulation. And then we advise you to drink a lot of water, so your lymphatic system drains it out. And if you don't know what a lymphatic system is, it's basically your body's waste disposable system that gets.
It's like your lymph nodes, isn't it?
Yeah, your lymph nodes. Yeah, we got it in different parts of the body. So we got it next to our neck. We have it under our armpits.
Yeah.
And other areas as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So what about obviously massages as well. What other? Obviously you do.
Yeah,
Gone over
so
the cupping. What about your massaging skills, which are very good, by the way?
yeah, cool. Yeah, so the massage. I do deep tissue sports massage, and obviously, I actually learned a few other massages as well, like Swedish massage or Indian head massage, Thai massage. I mean, all of these massages, they have their own sort of benefits,
Yeah.
and I like to, um, basically do the training for those massage as well.
So your courses
So we
for
do
those
also,
massages as well. Yeah.
yeah. So we also do massages and massage courses as well, and you can find all this information on our website as well. So if you go into www.d2dtherapies.co.uk, that's where you can.
So the
find
people out
out.
there, that's where they can get all the information for you.
Yeah, that's where you can find the information.
Cool.
And if you want to learn about it, if you want to know more about it, then yeah, give us a shout, and we'll be more than happy.
Oh, good.
And these massages, the way I got into it, because I've been like I said, I was into health and fitness from an early age, and me going to the gym, and I realized that I'm starting getting muscle nets and muscle cramps. I'm like, something's not right here. And that's when I decided that I need to actually go for maybe professional Thai massage. I'm not talking about the other sort of weird sort of massage, or
What's weird about that?
I'm not talking about any sort of
What, sensual massage?
yeah, sensual massage and stuff like that.
Well, I love a good sensual massage.
Yeah, I mean, there's a market for that, but
Yeah.
we're talking about health and fitness here, so let's just stick to health and fitness.
Hey, that's health and fitness as well.
Yeah, I mean, but we try to see it from a medical aspect,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, so
Well, I can tell the listeners there, if you want to get a good massage, Mr. Mia's the man. His hands are like fucking shovels. They'll get up and down your body, glide
Yeah.
easy with bit of baby oil. And his Thai massage as well. Got big, strong shoulders, arms, everything. He'll get right in there. He'll get rid of them knots for you. No problem. No problem.
exactly. So we target muscle issues and things like that. So because I used to suffer from it, and I thought to myself, people, I need to learn this stuff. And when I did learn it, then yeah, I mean, we started getting a lot of clients who need it for medical reasons. But as you mentioned, the other side, you got the sensual side and stuff,
Yeah.
which we try to avoid, because that's not something that we want to cater for. We just want to keep it strictly on the from health aspects and stuff.
You got any funny stories with that, or?
Well, there's always funny stories, but like I said, from my experience, the market's kind of divided into two parts. We got 50% who's looking for all this sensual.
You got the filthy side and the medical side.
Then you got the medical side, yeah. So we just like to stick to the medical side. It's just it's who I am basically, and that's what I want to.
So if people want to actually book a massage from you, do they just go to your website,
They
D2D?
just go to my website, D2D THERAPIES.
It's all on there.
UK. It's all there.
And your courses as well?
If I get any people who's calling up for any sort of funny hanky-panky massage,
Yeah.
then have a good day, goodbye, and that's it. You won't hear from me.
Hanky-panky, I've not heard that word for fucking years. How old are you?
How old I am?
I'm only joking. Because you said hanky-panky.
Okay.
I haven't heard that for a long time.
Maybe you can elaborate a little bit more on that.
Yeah, no. Anyway, so yeah, so it's all done all through your website.
Yeah, so it's all done through our website, and you can read blogs on it, and we talk about what's the benefits of Thai massage, how it helps, because it's got a lot of dynamic stretches. We also have Indian head massage, which is very good for the cranium. Because what I realized,
I've had one of your Indian head massages.
Indian head massage is very
nice
good.
and relaxing, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
You got to have lovely.
It's really good for stress, anxiety, depression. We all have it, and it's amazing how you could use Indian head massage just to feel great and get relief all over your headaches and stuff like that. So
yeah, when I get an Indian head massage, I know what a cat feels like.
yeah, exactly. And Then you got the Thai with the dynamic stretch, which I mentioned. Then you got the deep tissue, which is really what sports people use a lot.
Yeah.
So you have like people like Ronaldo. He's got about 7-8 people, doing a deep tissue sports massage before he goes for a game.
Well-
Or post and pre massage. I mean, a lot of athletes they use deep tissue.
Can you just explain what happens to the muscle in the body when you're performing a deep tissue massage?
Yeah, so when you do a deep tissue, it basically provides better circulation to the body. It relaxes you. So if you're going for an event, you're trying to go for competition. It kind of relaxes your whole system. So in terms of system, we have different systems in the body. So we got the endocrine system, we got the circulatory system. It basically brings you to homeostasis, which brings you into balance.
Okay.
So you're ready for the games, So,
Yeah.
And I think that people should really go for alternative therapies because it just works wonders without medicine,
Yeah.
So basically, try to fix yourself before you're broken.
What's that saying, eh? Prevention's better than cure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Wise words.
Wise words. And it works.
Yeah. Fucking does work, doesn't it? So yeah, is there any other sort of therapies that you might be looking to get into or anything like that,
So recently,
or any others that you perform? Sorry.
So we also do acupuncture.
Oh.
So acupuncture is putting needles into you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. He ain't putting any needles in me. But I think David, he's had acupuncture before on his shoulder. So, yeah, See what he says.
David, can you tell us about your acupuncture experience?
Yeah, I've got it done a few times on my upper back, on the left part, just around the rhomboid. I think it was because I got some, obviously, as you know, like some knots around that area. It's kind of a problem area for me. Just a build up of knots over the years and just around that little area. So I tried acupuncture a few times there, and I was expecting it to be a lot more painful because obviously again like needles and sticking in your body. I was expecting it to be a painful experience, but it wasn't. You just feel a little pinch for a second. And then that's it. And then he leaves it on for a few minutes. I think he might have had like 4 or 5 needles around that area of my back. And then, he left it on there for a few minutes. And, sorry. So what he did is he stuck it in, you feel pinch, and then he flicked it. You flick the needle and then you feel it. You feel your kind of muscle spasm or vibrate for a few seconds, which is a weird experience, which is a weird feeling. And then leaves you for a few minutes and then takes it off, and then all of a sudden you feel the muscle kind of relax again. And I've only had it a few times, so I don't know what the long term effects from it would be. I mean, I'm guessing it'd be better if I was to do it, sort of quite regularly. But I enjoyed it, man. It was a good experience, and it definitely helped relax the muscle for a little while. But yeah, I'll definitely be willing to try that again. That's for sure.
Okay, David, thanks a lot for that. I mean, acupuncture is something that we provide as a service as well as we teach it. It sounds like, he's going to put needles on me, but
that's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, but it's not as in like when you think of needles, you think like, okay, it's going to really hurt me. But these needles are really, really thin. They're like, thin like your hair, so.
Yeah, you can be gentle when you want to be though, can't you?
No, there's no need to be because the way we put those in, onto the body when we apply it, we've been trained the way to put it safely, and just making sure that you play it safe rather than being sorry afterwards.
All right. What any other therapies that you're looking to maybe look into in the future, or
Well, the alternative therapy, there's no ending to it. There's so many different therapies that you can do. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. But the ones that I like to work with, Hijama, which is the wet cupping. We had a lot of students for Hijama. and it's very, very popular. It's becoming widespread now, so that's the one to go for. And on top of that, if you combine your Hijama treatment with a deep tissue sports massage, it will provide blood circulation, and then Hijama will take out all the toxic blood out. And then you have acupuncture on the side, which is actually, piercing the muscles and letting the muscles grow. I mean, a lot of athletes these days, they suffer from not getting all the gains. So people want gains, they're going to the gym, training hard. They want to see some gains, and we're here to help in that process, basically.
So what are you saying? Acupuncture can help gains with your muscles, or?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
So I don't need Mexican beef.
No, well, you have to.
No Mexican beef, nah. Do you know about Mexican beef? You heard about it?
What about Mexican beef?
You ask Canelo, he'll tell you.
Who?
Canelo. He's a boxer, yeah, he'll tell you.
Okay, right. So is that the guy who had Mexican beef and it was injected with some sort of
steroids? Yeah.
Steroids.
What's it called? Clenbuterol, was it, or something like that? Clenbuterol.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he basically blamed Mexican beef because he's Mexican.
Nah, there's no need for getting steroid beef. That what's this guy's name?
Canelo.
Canelo took it. Yeah, I mean.
Well, apparently it's a common thing in Mexico. They do give the cows clenbuterol. I think that's what it's called.
Right. Well, you don't.
I think like a couple of years ago, I think the Mexican football team they all failed drug tests for it as well, like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, you don't have to go through all that.
So if you're an athlete, stay away from Mexican beef.
Just put some needles.
Just
in
call
you.
Mr. Mia. He'll put them needles in you, and you'll see the muscles grow.
Muscles grow. Yeah, obviously you gotta eat right and stuff and exercise. But this is like an aid, isn't it? We will help you to maintain yourself so you could perform better. So you got the Hijama, we got the Hijama with the blades, and we got the acupuncture with the needles, and we have the deep tissue sports massage. So we got a combination of different therapies, like all working together just to make you 100% top, at your games, So that's what it is.
Can you explain to us and the listeners the difference between a Thai massage and a deep tissue sports massage or Swedish massage? If you want to explain the difference between those three therapies there, that'd be great.
So Thai massage is like it's good for working on the energy lines in the body. So we have like different energy lines.
So like your chi.
Like chi, yeah. So we bring the chi in you.
Chi. Like G unit, yeah. G unit.
Yeah, so let you get started. I mean, you had Thai massage, David. How was it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's one of my favourite massages that you do on me. I mean, the Swedish massage is nice, but it's a bit more just relaxing and but I think my favourite massage that you perform on me, I think probably is the Thai massage mixed in with the deep tissue massage. It's the most painful one, but it's just the most beneficial for me. The next day I feel so much better. I just like massages that have a lot of pressure, like something pushing down on the muscle. Like I don't know why that's my favourite, but I just like pressure, like something pushing down on my body. And yeah, man, I'd recommend that to anyone. I mean, probably not beginners. I mean, especially people who aren't maybe muscular or like kind of, if they're quite skinny and bony, probably a Thai massage will probably be quite painful for you on your first time. So, but eventually, once you get used to it, probably Thai massage, man, is probably
Would you say you're muscular? Yeah.
Well, no, I'm quite skinny, but I'd say I'm like kind of athletic skinny. Like I'm like sort of athletic skinny muscular, but I'm not like wedge as you'd call it.
Hench.
I'm not hench. I'm
hench,
more
wedge, big cunt.
But you know what I mean though. Like if you had a beginner and they were skinny, would you really get them to say like a proper deep tissue Thai massage on their first go? Probably not.
Not if they had hands like Mr. Mia, no.
They probably won't be able to
He'll
hack
break
it,
them, wouldn't he?
innit?
He'll just break them, poor bastards.
No, I think that's a misconception there. Basically, any therapist could adjust in terms of like hard pressure, medium pressure, depending on the client's requirements. So that's not the case. So Thai massage is very good for like stretching, mobility, people with mobility issues, because we don't stretch, we're too lazy. That's why it's called lazy yoga. It's another name for Thai massage. Yeah, so it basically helps with, stretching you out, letting all that chi energy flow through you.
Chi.
Chi, yeah. And then once that's flowing through you, it's like waking you up from the dead, because you got the chi going through.
Well, I tell you what, after a good stretch, I do feel nice. It was David who got me into the old stretching game. He showed me a few moves. And, feel really good after a good stretch. And after a Thai massage as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in the same line as thinking as Dan. If you're a skinny little twig, you don't want your hands on them, do you?
Well, I mean...
Thanks for correcting us.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to adjust the pressure, really. But if you're not sure which therapy to study or train, you might as well just do all of them and find out what's the best one out. But we also do combination therapy, which is a combination of Thai massage with deep tissue, the Indian head massage, reflexology as well. I mean, reflexology is just like hitting your reflex points. Because we got like nerve endings at the bottom of our feet and on our hands, so that's like massaging your organs from the outside.
Yeah, I remember when you used to, whenever you do bits of my foot and that, it'd be a point you'd always hit and I'd fart.
Well, I think that's like letting your digestive system,
Yeah, I feel like a little rumbling in my stomach and all of a sudden...
Maybe you're suffering from constipation. I mean, have you been to the doctors?
No. I go regularly, at least once a day every morning.
Okay.
I got one of those poop stools as well, so it just comes out, it just flows out.
Right, okay.
It's just that. 1 minute, it's all gone.
Yeah. Well, has it helped you? Like, has it helped?
Yeah,
you?
I don't need to take my phone to the toilet anymore.
Oh, seen. All right, okay.
I'm not in there long enough with the poop stool. You just go in, stick your ass on the old bog, and out it comes.
All right. Okay. So I think it has worked for you. It has provided some bowel movements.
Yeah.
Inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's good.
And when you touch my feet, I get a bowel movement.
Okay. Well, in a good way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, in a good way. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Cool. As long as it's helping you, that's fine. I mean, my job is just to make sure that.
Well, yeah. Sorry about that. I know. Yeah.
What's that?
The smell, innit? You must get a waft of it or something.
Oh no! I actually try to avoid all that.
Oh, you wear a mask, don't you?
I wear a mask. Yeah,
he does wear a mask. Actually, since COVID, he's always got a mask on. Yeah. So lately, he's not been. He's been hearing it, but he's not been smelling it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's hygiene is important when it comes to these things.
Oh yeah. You always put the old rubber gloves on as well.
Hygiene for you and hygiene. Hygiene is the optimum thing that should be in the focus when it comes to therapies, because if you don't have good hygiene, whether it's hijama where you're dealing with blood, you don't want any bloodborne viruses, or whether it's a massage, you want to make sure your client has a shower before the massage.
You don't want to be touching a dirty body, do you?
Exactly, and you don't want to be touching, because it's like you can't really work like the way you want to on that client to help them out.
Yeah.
With their muscles and stuff, if they're not, if they haven't haven't freshened up, basically.
Yeah.
So they have to freshen up for you to actually work on.
You don't want a client on your table smelling of dirty kebab, do you?
No, I mean it's not pleasant for you. It's not pleasant for the therapist.
You ever wondered why armpits smell like a kebab? Like a doner kebab.
Who?
Your armpits, when you sweat, you get a bit of BO.
Oh, wait, you got your lymph nodes there, innit? So,
yeah. Don't you think it smells like a kebab? Like a dirty doner kebab?
well, I always try to have a shower and all that. I mean, yeah. I mean, I never. Well, I'll pass it to David. David, you take over.
He's asking for the mic.
You know, I thought I was going to ask you a couple of questions, just to get back on track. So, out of like over the years of like your clients, what would you say would be like? What would you say was overall was the most popular like massage therapy that was asked for? Like, was it kind of a mix with everyone, or was it Thai massage or Swedish massage? And was it like, what was most popular with your clients? Was it male or female? Was it mixed, or that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so most of the clients they are from different sort of male, female. When it comes to health, it's not about being male or female. It's about everyone suffers from health aspects, and we have like different therapists who are male and female therapists. And thing is, people mostly like to go for a combination massage or a combination therapy, not just massage, which involves everything really. So you got your deep tissue, your Thai, the Indian heads, the Swedish, the reflexology, and it's all combined. So it's like the skills are moving from one area to the next. And also the alternative therapies in cupping or traditional Chinese medicine, and that is also very beneficial. So we try to provide combined therapy, which is pretty much the best.
So it's like a bubble and squeak therapy that you provide. A bit of everything, just all thrown in.
Bit of everything, yeah, bit of everything thrown in, because it just means that the client's just paying you at one shot, which is good for them. It's good for us because we want to make sure that your time is spent wisely, and you get the best therapy with the combined with everything, unless it's for specific issues you might be having. For example, if it's just you're just looking for a deep tissue, or if you request us to have like a deep tissue or a Thai, or if you request us to get a hijama done, then yeah, we can tailor that. But we think the combined therapy works better because you get a bit of everything.
Yeah, well, when you massage me, I always go for the combined, don't I?
Yeah,
the Mr. Mia experience.
Combined, and then on top of that, when it comes to therapy, it's also very important to keep your ethics of massage is very important as well. That kind of differentiates between a massage and someone who's an escort. How can I elaborate this? So basically, I think there's a bit of a stigma with the massage industry.
Yeah.
People who are not actual massage therapists, but they are more like escorts. They would use the name of massage therapist, and
it's the only way they can get around it.
Yeah, exactly, because they have no other ways around. So, and I'm not really happy with that because it just gives us a bad image. But we just have to make it clear, ethics of massage to the clients. I mean, you have to keep your boundaries. So that's why when it comes to massage, we always tell our clients to have their undergarments on and have their massage. But some people prefer not to have any clothing at all. In that case, you got to use your towels on top.
Yeah.
But yeah, you as a therapist, you have to basically do a consultation form and make sure that these are the rules that they should abide by. And if they don't, then you don't want any funny business. And that's not something, as we said, we don't cater for that. We like to keep it medical, professional, and we just want to keep it clean. We don't want them to think like, oh, they can have a bit of massage and something else on top, like a happy ending massage or something. But like
they're the best ones.
Yeah. Well, there's a place for that. Was it Terry? Yeah. Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a place for that. But as we said, we want to keep it medical, and we want to keep it to that particular,
to the letter of the law.
Yeah, as well.
What was that for?
I'm not sure. David, you can carry on.
Hey, before we go forward, well, obviously we've been discussing the importance of massage and the benefits of these therapies that Mr. Mia provides and teachers. How about working out, exercising? Just how do you keep fit, David? What do you do? Well, I know what you do, but why don't you tell
Yeah, so I've been slacking the last few months. It's probably been the worst throughout my life. It's probably been like the last few months has probably been my worst sort of physical state I've ever been in my whole life. Well, when I first started getting into fitness, when I was probably about 16, 17, I had a sort of a good run for quite a while. But the last few months, just mentally just gone through a bit of a bad time, and then physically just stopped working out. I've always sort of kept a fairly decent diet, so I've not sort of fallen off that bad, but still, like, mentally it affected me the most. Affected my sleep, and just my moods, depression got worse. Everything just kind of got worse when I stopped working out, really.
When you work out, it releases these endorphins in your mind, isn't it, in the brain, makes you feel good.
You know, it's funny. I guess the only good thing that I can take away out of that experience, even though a majority of it was negative, there's only one positive I can take out of it, is because I got into fitness when I was not early. Some people get into it when they're like kids and teenagers, but I got into it when I was about 16, 17, started the gym, fell in love with it. Been working ever since then, doing boxing, Muay Thai, training in the gym, blah, blah, blah. And I've always sort of kept a sort of fairly decent rhythm for a while, and I've always sort of been working out, and I never really went through a long patch of not working out and not kind of experiencing it. So I never really knew the other side to it and what it felt like. And because sometimes you have people come up to you and talk to you about what can they do to get into exercising and working out and having to motivate yourself. And I never really because I never experienced it. I never really knew how it felt and what, really you could sort of say to them. Because sometimes the best, when you want to give advice to someone, you kind of have to have lived it first, you know what I mean, to relate. It's like if you haven't experienced it, you can't really relate to it. You're like, oh, well, you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, yeah.
So I never really understood, like, how can you not motivate yourself, or why can you not work out? Like, but again, the last few months of that gap, I've kind of experienced it now and realize, like, just how difficult it is to really create a structure, create a plan, motivate yourself, get your diet right, get your workouts right, and stick to that plan. And
so it's not only that though, not working out for the last couple of months has probably shown you how important working out is, eh?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So it's that's the only one positive that I can take away from that experience is I can relate now. I can look back on it and learn from it, and just kind of go, just how important it actually makes, just how it makes you feel mentally and physically, of like not going through it, feeling how you feel then, and now getting back on it, to which I have now. I'm a third week, I think, now of actually getting back to a structured working out routine, and just from 3 weeks in, I already feel 10 times better. My sleep's improved, my depression is getting better, and just physically, again, I'm just, you're feeling that pump, you're feeling more energetic, even though you're outputting more energy, you're getting more energy from it, which is like, that's just again, your anatomy, physiology, and just the biology of your body.
It's getting them endorphins as well, and that release.
Exactly, man. And so again, so I lost track. What was my point?
Well, walk us through. It's basically, the importance of working out and how you feel,
So again, I've just stuck. I'm doing 4. I'm trying to do. Well, I'm kind of trying to make up for a little bit lost time as well. So I'm trying to train at least 4 days a week or 5 days a week if I can. Just doing, again, resistance training and a little bit of cardio in between those days as well. And like an hour to hour and a half each session. Again, when you think about an hour a day, isn't that bad. I mean, I know we're all busy in life and people sometimes got things to do, but if you can afford to give yourself an hour a day, if you can train 3 to 4 times a week, hour a day, and you train smart and you make sure you're again, because people can train all day, and if they're not training the right way, if they're not doing good stuff, good technique, it's not really going to be worth it. So you make sure if you do an hour a day, the right exercises, good technique, then you know what I mean, you'll be fine, man, and you'll be working towards your goals. And
I can tell everyone David's in good shape, great shape. He knows what he's talking about.
yeah, so the funny thing that I've actually experienced over the past few months is I'm actually, and I've never really felt this, but I'm actually sort of just recently started feeling it, over the last few months when I went through that phase, is I feel like I've got a bit of a gut, like a heavy feeling in my gut.
Yeah.
And I've never really kind of experienced that before, like that kind of, and I've never really felt heavy anywhere in my body. I've never really been wedge and proper bodybuilder. I've always been quite light and skinny and athletic, and
You're not skinny, just lean.
yeah, just lean. I've always been like that, and I've never experienced that heaviness. And yeah, again, even though I've not been eating unhealthy through that bad phase, I've still been eating my normal stuff. But because I've just been consuming and not really so there's a lot of what do you call it? Like a lot of it. What's the opposite to expenditure? When you put stuff in, but you're not expending out. But the opposite to expenditure. So I've been putting food in and not expending energy. So the scale has been obviously, one-sided, and that way I've just been building and all these storing all these calories. And what happens over time? You just put on weight, innit?
Yeah.
So I've just been slowly putting on a bit of weight, and my gut, for the first time in my life, I've got a little bit of a gut. Like I can't really see or feel my abs now. And that's something I'm trying to work towards in my workouts now, is trying to just start burning again and start
Thought he was going to say something else. You can't see and feel something else.
Because
your gut, thought when you said,
I can still, it's not, again.
It's not that big.
I'll understand to someone else that might look at it and say, well, you talk about, it's what I feel. It might not look it in the mirror, but I can feel it. I can feel the difference.
Say he doesn't have a gut, that's for sure.
It's not like a beer belly. It's not like I'm got but it's the feeling of it. I don't like the feeling of it. It feels like a bloated gut, and it feels heavy, and I don't like it. And
it's like you're carrying a little baby, eh?
It kind of, yeah. And again, it's just I've never kind of felt that before, and I don't like it. And that's why, again, it's one of my goals to try and get that feeling back what I had before, and try to get back to being lean and mean again.
It's like constantly feeling like you need to go toilet.
Yeah.
You've got a turd just brewing in there waiting to come out, and you're like, no, you've got to stay.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling, man.
I know what you mean.
And that's that's one of the other reasons why I quit wheat, like bread and pasta and stuff like that. Well, it's not been fully deleted out of my diet, but majority of the time I tend not to eat it, and because the symptoms I got from wheat was bloating and being gassy and stuff like that. And again, it's a carbohydrate, and that obviously tends to put on weight from eating lots of bread and carbs and stuff. So yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I'm back on it now. So I've got a routine, and I'm just gonna stick to it now. I've got no excuses.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good to see you. Back on it. So
I'll give myself it's been 3 weeks now. I'll probably give myself another 4 to 5 months of this routine I'm on. And I'll probably start. At that point, I probably will start feeling like I probably did back in my
back to normal, eh?
Yeah, probably
back to your old self, David.
And then once I hit there, then I can start upping my game and adding new stuff, and maybe just trying to change it, because I don't want to kind of change it too soon and then kind of get carried away and then get. Sometimes when you're starting back on from a bad sort of time, it's good to start off basic, start off slow.
You need to ease your way in, don't you?
Yeah, just ease your way in. Don't rush yourself. Don't overcomplicate things. Just do little bit by little bit and build yourself up. And that way, it comes all natural, and you don't have that kind of feeling of going into it like it's a chore. And at the end of the day, you should enjoy it. And I am enjoying it. I do enjoy my workouts now, and I'm glad I'm back into it.
Yeah. Mr. Mia, what's your workout routine? How do you keep fit?
Yeah, so my workout routine would be trying to go to the gym 3 times. Obviously, it's been quite tough with the COVID and all that. COVID, yes, COVID-19. And obviously, it's all about calories in and calories out when it comes to food as well. So just watch out what you eat. And
stay away from that wheat.
Stay away from the bread. Yeah, absolutely. Stay away from your carbs. and make sure you are eating.
No, don't stay away from carbs. That's bad advice.
No,
Stay away from bad carbs.
bad carbs.
That's good advice.
Good carbs you can take.
Yeah.
But bad carbs.
Stay away from.
Stay away from those things. I'm talking.
So what sort of exercises? What kind of how do you keep fit? I know you just said you go to the gym, but
So
what kind of machines do you use? What kind of cardio or?
Yeah, so when I'm at the gym, I'll probably start off with the cardio just to give yourself a warm up.
What do you do? Bike, cross trainer, treadmill?
So, cross trainer. I would do some go on the bike. I would go onto the treadmill. I would spend a bit of everything really, because you just every machine's got its own speciality. So you just combine it, like just how we provide therapy, a combined therapy. So we do
Combination.
that combination therapy, combination workout.
Yeah.
So you just gotta, your body has to feel a bit of everything.
You do weights. You look like you do weights. You're a stocky fucker, aren't you?
I have done weights, a lot of weights, and now these days, because
He's like a pit bull.
now these days, as I'm kind of as you get old, everyone gets old, right? So
Unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, so that's what happens, and your body starts to slow down, and so you need to maybe alter your weight training to more sort of like using body weight training.
Yeah.
Body weight training is really good because that gets you ripped, that gets you high. I'm talking about high intensity training.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot the last few months, doing like hit workouts.
Hit workouts, yes.
But using your own body weight.
Using your own body weights. I don't lift as heavy as I used to do, but now it's all about trying to keep a balance between cardio as well as using weights. So
Yeah.
a bit of both. But back in the days when I was like in my teens, I was like, yeah, it's all about muscle gains, pump. But
Mexican beef.
yeah, so it's not all about that. You don't want to be a meathead, You don't want to.
Can't stand a meathead.
You got to keep a balance.
You see them in the gym all posing,
Yeah.
looking at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah.
You just think, what a wanker. Look at him. Look at the state of him.
No judgments.
No judgments.
Yeah. So you just gotta eat healthy. You gotta do your workouts, and on top of that, to maintain yourself, have the alternative therapies. There's no point going to the doctor and asking him, "Oh, I got muscle net. Can I get like I don't know."
He'll just give you a bloody painkiller, won't he?
He'll just give you a paracetamol.
Before you know it, you'll be addicted to them and you'll be a druggie.
Exactly. So we got like people like David.
Addicted to painkillers.
People like David, yeah, is our ideal client because he's really into his fitness. He's really into, eating well and stuff. And that is what we are trying to attract. And that's why we did start off with massage, like deep tissue sports massage. But then we figured out that like I mentioned, there was a bit of a mixture in terms of the kind of people we were getting. Yeah. And we thought, what's going on here? Like we got professional qualifications, and doing our studies, we've been looking into cells and membranes and how we are, all the nucleus and all about body and it's very very sort of medical. But when we came into the industry, it was like a mixture of both. I was like, wow, I mean, they didn't tell me about this. And that's when I decided that we should make it more medical and make it more for people who need it for health reasons. And that's when we put in Hijama Cupping. And when we had some people who are not looking at for health reasons, and then we told them about the hijama, they were like, oh gosh, I don't want to do that. So
it can put a lot of people off. It put me off. I will not get that bloody hijama, I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, so it put a lot of people off because...
I did a dry cupping though. Dry cupping works really well, but if you're not into, being pricked and everything, or stuff like that, needles and little blades and,
it put a lot of people off because, it put, in my opinion, it put a lot of people who are not actually looking for a health or medical well-being. They were looking for something else. When I said something else like sensual or something, you know. So it kind of put those guys off, and I was quite happy about this because I was just getting the right type of people. Even David had hijama done. So David, could you tell us a bit about cupping hijama, how it was, and has it helped you?
Yeah, so I got it once from you, man, and yeah, it was an experience, man. Yeah, it's definitely quite what do you call it? Like, it's quite nerve wracking going into it because you know you got all these ideas in your head of like you're gonna get sliced up and loads of blood's gonna come out and you faint and you could kill you. You know what I mean? But again, it's just all in your head, man. There's small surgical incisions, like again, just like acupuncture, like a needle, like a dot. You feel pinch for like a second, and obviously there's more of them than acupuncture, so there's more incisions, like little dots, but it's just literally just for a few seconds. It's nothing painful at all. If you can't, you know, personally, if you can't handle that pain, then it's like, you're a wimp, really, in my opinion.
Not worth living, is it?
And again, you know, it's good to try things, experiment. And yeah, it was a good experiment, man. Like,
How did you feel after it? You feel good?
yeah. So if I remember, we just did it on my back, right? Just my upper back, and I don't think we did my lower back. I think it was just my upper back. So yeah, I mean, like, it was just one treatment, so it's very difficult for me to say. Like, I guess I would have to continue it and do it quite regularly. But from what I saw, some stagnated blood come out from the cups. You could see it was like jelly. So I guess that's better out than in.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So
yeah.
it must have made a difference. Loosened up, get some bad blood out, let the new oxygenated blood come back in, and you know I will try it again definitely in the future. But yeah, man, it was good that I've got over that fear though. You know what I mean? Like I've done it once, and now I know I can easily do it again. It's not a big deal. It's not painful. It's not nothing like that. So
You make me look bad now.
But again, it's each to their own. It's some, you know, like it's some treatments. Some people want to do, some people don't. I mean. Look, I understand it's a touchy thing because you're getting like a little incision and then blood's going to come out. So I understand it's kind of like a niche market. Not everyone's going to want to do that. Most people just want the normal massages, which is fair enough. And obviously, you know, I do to a certain degree. It's not, you know what I mean? But just to experiment and just at least try it once, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, really. And again, man, yeah, each to their own, really. I'm not saying that you won't be able to handle the pain. You obviously would, but it's just whether you want to go through that treatment or not. If you know what I mean. Just last question I've got for you, Mia, man. It's just about again how this virus from China has affected your you know, your business and your relationship with people. You know, basically with the lockdowns and the, you know, shutting down gyms, shutting down pretty much majority of everything, and how it's affected your clients. How do they still want to keep contact with you, you know, get massages, or do you have some extreme people like, oh no, I'm not going to use you for like a year or 2 years until this is all over? And yeah, so just again, how that sort of played out for you, man.
All right, thank you, David. So basically what's happening is regarding COVID, we had to speak to our accreditation board, which is IPHM. They are International Professional Holistic Medicine, and we are part of them. So what they have done is they basically gave us a certification on how to play it safe with health and safety. So we had to get a certificate for COVID-19 where extra precautions are taken in terms of wearing masks, wearing gloves, keeping your distance, and not attending clients who had COVID-19 themselves. But having said that, during the COVID, where there was lockdown restrictions, we were not able to travel because we provide a mobile service. Mobile meaning that we come to you. So that is what D2D Therapies stands for. So if you go to our website, www.d2dtherapies.co.uk, all the information will be there. Now, D2D means door to door. So that's what it is, door to door therapies.
Catchy.
Yeah. So D2D is like bringing the service to you, so you don't have to leave your yard, you know.
Yeah.
It's just we are coming to you, and I
So
think
because of COVID, you've not been able to work, have you?
I haven't been able to because you're not able to travel. There's lockdown restrictions, or you're going to get nicked. And then on top of that, you can't maintain, you can't be close to anyone due to the fact of the 2 meter rule and close contact. You know, it's not. I mean, that's how COVID gets to you, isn't it? And we don't want to get COVID.
No, you
Nobody
don't want
wants
to get that, that's for
COVID.
sure.
So otherwise, there will be the end of
Coughing up your
D2D.
guts.
The end of D2D, and we want to make sure that we're here because we want to provide alternative therapy where people can fix themselves up before they have to go to a medical stage where they have to go on drugs, NHS drugs or other drugs, and go under the knife to get themselves fixed. So alternative therapy is there. A lot of people don't know how to fix themselves. I'm really, really surprised because a lot of people don't pay attention to their bodies. They don't pay attention to their health and well-being in terms of diet, in terms of nutrition, in terms of their lifestyle. I mean, some people, they will just chain smoke every day, and that's like, oh, I love it, I love it. I'm a smoker. Wow, it's great, but from what we know, that's just like messing your body up, because we see it from a different angle. We see it from a health and fitness angle. So that's what we are trying to promote, because we're here to help you, and we can only do that if we can get to you. But because of the COVID,
Yeah, I was going to say, I think, COVID's affected a lot of people, both mentally and physically, People have probably eating more, maybe drinking more,
exactly. So
having more of them fags,
exactly. So obviously, lockdown restrictions
not
are
being able to go to the gym,
Yes, lockdown restrictions are
not
slowly,
being able to call Mr. Mia to come out.
lockdown restrictions are slowly lifting off. So people should really be hitting the gym, eating well, making sure that they check their cupboards in the kitchen. The kitchen is a very dangerous place, by the way.
Yeah.
That's where you either keep all your good stuff or you don't. So it's very important that you do your right shopping, in terms of what your goal is.
You're back in business now, though, yeah? Because restrictions are lifted
We
now.
are slowly getting back into
Start touching people again.
in the right way.
Yeah, in the right way, of course. In the right way, of course.
Yeah, so we are getting back into it, and it's a good thing, because the more people that we try to help out, the more we learn from them in terms of what kind of issues they're suffering from, and then we use that experience to help further people down the line who may be having health issues. So yeah, restrictions has avoided us to be out there or on the front line, but hopefully we are going to get back into gear again and provide what we do, basically.
Well, they've been eased now, isn't they, restrictions? So hopefully you can, get back on track and
Get back on track, and not just provide services in terms of cupping and hijama and traditional Chinese medicine and deep tissue sports massage, but also courses. I think that everyone should learn these courses. They're very short courses. They're sort of like 1 or 2 day courses, but what they do is magic for your friends and families and also your loved ones.
So where can you find your courses again?
So you can go to our courses on www.d2dtherapies.co.uk, where you could contact us directly. We have a mobile number there, whether you're looking for a service in terms of Hijama Cupping, deep tissue massage, Thai massage, and we normally have around about 12 different therapies we are providing, and also 12 different courses.
Do you do online courses as well?
So online courses are coming up. You can go to our website. There is a link where you could do online courses, and while we talk, they are being put onto our website, and more courses will be coming in the future. Because of COVID, a lot of people have not been able to contact us for training, and having online courses is the way forward. Everything's becoming very digital. You know, this is the way forward now.
The new world, isn't it?
The new world order,
Yep,
maybe. So it's convenient as well. You know, it's like doing it from your living room, bringing health and fitness to your living room with a touch of a button by going on to D2D Therapies, and you know all the courses are there for you to go through. Sometimes we also do live WhatsApp or Zoom, you know, learning as well when we can. And you know, it's good to have some sort of interaction. I know COVID has prevented us having face-to-face interactions, but
Yeah.
you know, we have to use whatever means we have, because health and fitness, and you know, I mean, have you heard of that phrase, health is your wealth?
Of course, yeah.
So this is the best wealth you can have, no matter how much of a you know, in terms of material wealth you might have, or in terms of financial assets or whatever. Your best wealth is your health, and if you don't have that, then you have nothing.
You're fucked.
Exactly.
Oh, you plugged your website a lot. Shall we
Call it a night.
call it a night? Yeah. David wants to say one more thing.
Pass it on to David.
I just quickly want to say, yeah. So look, say you get someone down on a table, massage table, yeah. They're facing down, so you've sterilised the whole table, cleaned it. You get them to wear a mask. They're laying on their belly. They're on their belly, and you, as the massage therapist, yeah, you wear a mask, you wear a face shield, you got gloves on. Now, what is the chances of you transmitting a virus onto them or them onto you? I'm just asking. I'm not the expert.
I don't think any of us can say that because neither of us are experts, are we?
I know. I just said that. So I'm asking.
Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, once you've covered all that, and if you was just to work on their, you know, obviously if they're face down on the belly, you just work from feet to head that way, and that way they're facing down. You've got a mask and a face shield. Your hands are just working on them. They stay where they are. What are the chances?
Well, even when you're wearing a face mask, stuff can still come out, even if they cough or sneeze. Well, what about if it can still linger in the air?
Check. Mia here. Yeah. So basically, David is spot on. I mean, what can happen to you? But the thing is, you also have to see alternative therapy as therapeutic. It's got a holistic side to it, and it's got a relaxation side to it. So I find it very strange to relax with you know, with the mask on and looking like I'm about to go on some sort of not like a therapy, but some sort of surgery is going to happen to me, or you know, what's going on. I mean, how can I relax when I feel like, oh, I might catch something. So it's very hard for someone to be in a good state of mind when it comes to therapy, and they're worried about, oh, am I going to catch COVID while I'm getting a treatment done? So, you know, you can't really relax. So you have to see it from a therapeutic angle as well. And I think it's good, you know, restrictions are coming off. It just means that the government believes that, you know, there's less chances of people getting COVID. And, you know,
That's not why they've eased restrictions.
Well, the restrictions are there to, you know, protect
No, they've
people.
pretty much just these restrictions because the hospital admissions are low and infection rates low. You watch in the next couple of weeks, infection rates are going to go up again.
I hope not. And, well, I mean, it's a tough one. I mean,
The good news is most of over 50s have had their first jab.
yeah, so in that way, it's going to create prevention. But then again, then you have that small chance of something happening. So, sorry, I kind of lost the plot. If you could carry on a bit more.
It was just asking about what's the chances of you passing it on to him if you're all masked up and got your gloves on.
So can I just quickly just chime in for one thing? So if this whole reason why lockdowns, if it is just because of the, what was you said, infection rates and
the hospitals just can't manage.
Yeah,
They can't cope
like,
with it.
So basically, the overpopulation hospitals, so like all the patients, and they're just not enough beds and that stuff in it.
Yeah, they can't cope.
So if that has been the case, it's like it goes to show. It's like, why aren't there more hospitals? There
Well, I
should
don't know. This is a conversation for
like
another.
when you think, especially London in general. London is a city, and you know we all know it's kind of overpopulated. You know, with certain things, there's kind of too many people, and it doesn't for not enough certain things. And it's like, okay, if there should be more hospitals, then there should kind of be more. You know, because the only like hospitals I can really think of in Islington, like, I mean, I don't know all off the top of my head, but I don't think there's a lot, and I think there should be more. And you know, more obviously funding should go into these hospitals, and I guess if we had a better NHS, if we had more hospitals, I guess it would help that thing what you just said, and maybe there probably wouldn't be as many lockdowns and blah blah blah. And I guess it goes to show you the NHS can't handle pandemics. It can't handle virus outbreaks. Just can't handle it.
Yeah, but you look at America's their own health system. They can't handle it, and theirs is private. Look
Well,
at New York.
I think
New
theirs
York,
is like
New York was one of the most hit cities in the world. With it.
but I think
and they couldn't cope. Their hospitals were overcrowded. They couldn't cope with it.
I mean, I know they have a different health industry and health service compared to ours. It's not fully free. It's like it's privatized. It's kind of like half. But again, America is a different ballgame where they're like 50 times worse when it comes to like when you look at their, I think the death rate for COVID over there, like 70 to 80% of people who died from COVID in America, they're classified as obese. No one wants to talk about the statistics. No one wants to talk about those individuals who are dying from COVID in America. So the majority of them are obese and they have severe health conditions. And I don't think we're that bad in the UK when it comes to obesity. I'm not too sure what the statistics say, but America's a different ball game when it comes
Still
to...
had 120,000 dead, something like that over here.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, now I'm not an expert in statistics, but I guarantee you majority of those deaths are elderly and people with severe health conditions. They just are. And and if it wasn't, the news would be telling you. The reason why they don't tell you because they know what the truth is. They know that, you know what I mean, they're given these scripts and they're told to spread this propaganda. Otherwise, they'd be telling us the numbers, the ages, the people. They'd be giving you more information, and you just have to think, why aren't they telling you the whole story? And I think it's, as you said, it's the fear tactic, and because the truth is the hospitals are overrun. The quality isn't there, the quantity of service isn't there, and they have to spread all this mass propaganda to keep us all indoors, basically. So, and the fucked up thing that annoys me is I'd be happy to do all this, and we've been good little boys. But when you keep the open border and you keep the country open, it's like, what's the point of us still doing all this? When we've had like 5 or 6 different strands, different variants now come in ever since this COVID started. It's like, so we're just going to continue this lockdown now. So we've got to stay indoors and be good little boys for what, another year, another 2 years, another 3 years, keep all businesses closed. Because you're right, I think it probably, the infection rate probably is going to go back up. Now everything's back to normal. And then, we're going to go on another lockdown?
Well, the hospitals can't cope, yeah.
So what? But no, how about fuck that next fucking lockdown, everyone just goes back to normal, because like, shut the fucking country down then.
Then loads of more people will die, won't they?
Well, what were we meant to do then? What, it was my life, our lives got to get ruined for that because the government don't do their fucking job. So she's going to lock down for another 3 or 4 years.
Well, you know.
Just shut the fucking country down for a few months then and we do it properly.
It's too late for that. They should have shut it down back last year in February.
So what is the answer then?
Just vaccinate everyone.
I don't want the vaccine though.
Then you don't take one then, do you? End of. You don't have to take one.
So the majority of people from 40s and 50s and over have got it now, isn't it?
50s over. The fact is 60% of the population have had their first dose.
So how much more do you need? I mean, we kind of fine now, I guess.
Well, look, depends. Look, it really is getting late. I need to go. Can we wrap this up? You got anything to add quickly? Mr.
Yeah,
Mayor?
it's been good. And I mean, obviously COVID's affected everyone. But yeah, try alternative therapy because probably the doctor's away on COVID as well.
He probably is. And you can only see them now over the phone or something, or virtually. I don't think you can actually go in and see your doctor face to face.
Exactly.
Unless it's a real emergency.
Yep.
But yeah, sad state of affairs over the last year with this COVID and everything. So I just hope there won't be another lockdown. But I get the feeling infection rates will go up. As long as hospital admissions are low, then there shouldn't be another lockdown. So yeah, anyway, I'm Terry.
Mia.
Mr. Mia, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
And yeah, we'll see you next time.
And I'm David.
Yeah, from David as well, yeah. What are you laughing for? I'm waiting for you to say I'm David.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So you can fuck off and end the thing.
And I'm David, yeah. So,
He's
yeah,
David,
it was
I'm
a
fucking Terry.
good-
Mr. Mia was our special guest.
Good special appearance today. Hope you learned a lot. And
And go to his website, sorry, D2D Therapies. He's getting all the plugs in now. Probably mentioned it about 80 fucking times already.
Cool. So looking forward to, looking forward to it. Thank you.
Looking forward to what?
Going bed now. It's
Going
late.
bed, yeah?
Yeah,
It's getting late, isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah. All right. I'm Terry. We'll do this again, yeah? Thanks for tuning in and all that crap. I'm Terry. Thanks to Mr. Mia. Where can you catch us? Where can people catch you?
We'll catch you up on, what was the name of your...
No, we know who we are. I'm asking who the fuck you are.
Mia.
Where do people come to you again?
basically,
Plug your website again.
Yeah, so go to www.d2dtherapies.co.uk and you will find us there. So that's, or just type in D2D Therapies on Google search. So that's Delta to Delta Therapies. Okay, so I guess I said it enough times now. So
I think you haven't, yeah. How many
Yep.
times have you plugged it?
wrap it up now.
Yeah, we'll definitely wrap it up with a bow. And yeah, anyway, so I'm Terry. Thanks for tuning in to the Hot Waffle podcast.